Tarzan, MVP for regular season split 1, going up against Monki, who had a standout 2025 season. Collapse on Shanks, but top lane Cube just based and ported. So Flandre has the first collapse if he wants to play for this river fight. Tarzan says, Monki, do you really want to take this fight, brother? The flash from Monki is followed by Tarzan. Karis swoops on in. Shanks with the passive revs up those autos for first blood, and Karis will fall too.
Up on Monki right now, and he's everywhere on the map.
Cube is in trouble. Tries to flash. I mean, he still gets flashed on, but Tarzan will fall to the turret shot.
How do you play the game from this aspect? Tarzan can go anywhere he wants, whenever he wants, and he's always got a kill free and waiting for him.
Flandre already prepping that dive for another kill to be hand-fed to Tarzan. Monki is here for the collapse. Instant cataclysm right onto Cube. Looks for the flag and drag. However, it takes a little too long to try and finish off the kill, and Monki's there for the punish, getting a 1-up on the MVP. Does have Smite to go for a second round, but wants to see if he can punish Flandre. Ignite and Flash at the ready from this Rumble. Overheated, Monki dashes in with the audacious charge. Flash for the 3 talent strike, knock up, and Cube secures the kill.
Completions are very even. No TPs for the mid laners who are up in the top lane, so it's just going to be a 4v4 down here in bot.
Tarzan goes in, EQ flag and drag onto multiple people, but he is the first one bursted out. Flandre with the flank and the equalizer roasts them alive, instantly takes out 2, but Flandre cut off from the rest of anyone's Legends core. He manages to flash out at the last possible second. They don't get a chance to stop the dragon from being taken, but WE think, okay, we did pretty good at this fight, and they're like, wait, we're down now 4,000 gold. Tarzan making the engage on the yaoyao, gets snagged up by the dredge line and locked in place, but this quick stand behind me gets over the wall to Monki, but about not in a safe place anymore. Tarzan isolates him from the rest of the group, and now WE contemplating a way to escape, or at least keep their distance. Monki decides to go back in. Flash from Kael gets him out alive. Tarzan might be a little worse for wear, but he goes back in with another EQ flag and drag. Bullet time for the shockwave as well. Blows up 2. Gets the double kill onto Karis.
So what I want to ask, Rafa, is what exactly have we learned from this game 1? This is a nice hook, but is this a kill? Does he just die?
Cube does flash away. Monki now leading the charge. It's a teleport coming in from Karis, but Flandre answers it. So WE are going to call off the play. Monki goes in. Okay, well, Crescent Guard is popped. He can block damage from both Shanks and bullet time for now. Karis with the Emperor's Divide does scoop in. Shanks! They get him! Big shutdown, but what about the rest of the Panda squad as they lay waste and completely ruin WE?
Karis is actually really cute, but Hope doesn't get hit by it, and then he just stands in the backline and kills absolutely everybody.
The tragedy of this for WE is that anyone's legend, and what we can look for from WE is that, hey, if we can manage to not get bled out this much gold before we get into these team fights, as we get another one breaking out in this red side jungle. Call the Forge God already used. Glacial Fissure, decent knockup onto 2 members. Tarzan below 50% HP, so is Kael. Shanks wants to go in. Shockwave onto 2. Monki tries to sweep into the back line. Managed early on, not just for WE's sake, but for the rest of the league's sake. As Monki, oh man, he got roasted in the 1v2, and Flandre flashes away. Don't tell me he escapes and even throws down the equalizer just to make sure the cars can't get to him. He's gonna go gold and burns him away with the flame spitter. I think Flandre got a little too greedy for it, but I respect the flair and the style points, keeping Karis at bay while the rest of his team is trying to finish the game here at 26 minutes. Glacial Fissure knocks up Hope briefly, and the turret aggro was starting to ramp up, so forcing AL back off for now. Karis manages to recall in time, but they've got Baroned up minions, and one more wave. The EQ flag and drag into the bullet tide. Good night, Karis, yaoyao, and about. We're talking about game 2, because game 1 is already wrapped up.
I think WE do have priority in lanes. I think the Lulu Jinx can find windows, but against Kami, you shouldn't have prior ever. I think that delaying the level 6 from Pantheon is so big, it means that the side lanes are safer. You have time to let this Gwen maybe get solo killed.
Oh boy, Cube forced to flash. Flandre flashes on top! Oh my goodness gracious. Anyone's Legends top laner Flandre gets the solo in the blind pick Sion versus the counter pick Gwen.
They were. They were
they were literally trying to mog each other and see, and Tarzan was trying to see, like, maybe Monki messes up. Maybe I'm just better. And Monkey's like, can you just go to your side of the map, please? Oh my goodness. Yaoyao just solo killed Kael. He was trying to receive the wave and make sure that it was set up nicely for Hope. What did you just say to me? You spoke English?
Do you not know about that?
No, I have no knowledge of what you just said.
That's really something. I don't know. That was brutal.
I'll tell you what I do know, and what is brutal is Tarzan completely mogging Cube on the top side of the map.
Yeah, very nice. And yeah, Shanks, did have to use his ult as well, but I mean, where's Tarzan going to go? Is he going to ult right here?
Send it. Oh, good night, Cube. Tarzan sounds the horn of the theme. Grand Starfall right on Cube's face, and Monkey can't do a damn thing about it.
Has completed that. Kraken, Monkey.
Oh, good use of the shield from yaoyao. Enough movement speed for Monkey to escape what could have been a single point-and-click stun from Tarzan. And at least a flash blown from Trundle. Keeps his distance, though. 2,000 HP on the dragon. Tarzan will secure it. That's the first dragon over for the Pandas. Rift Herald spawning in the next 2 minutes. Monkey's going to try to see if he can find something here on the Kael. Forces the flash out of the Lulu. Yaoyao committing, but Grand Star falls the response. Jumps on the Monkey. Has the Inspired Shield. Does not need to burn the flash. They're going to look to see if they can reset the fight, but without their engaged tools, with no pillar, it's really hard for WE to close the distance.
There's a TP behind, though.
Oh, boy, WE, you gotta run. Who's it coming from? It is the Sion. Flandre has Unstoppable Onslaught on cooldown, but he might be able to speed on in. Flash doesn't connect the Mocking Shout for the slow, but the Decimating Smash still connects and gets the knock up on a 2. Yaoyao falls, and Shanks collects the kill credit. Oh, Tarzan finds Monkey. Karis cannot save him in time. Across the veil into the Between Worlds. Tarzan just needs to get hit by one more auto attack. Karis gets the shutdown, but now About is getting dove under the tower. Flandre impacting the entire map, and now it is all catastrophe for WE.
Yeah, I mean, Cube's trying to remedy the situation, but for WE, and in this game, it was the top and jungle, mostly the top. And
oh no, Monkey. Pops the Subjugate, walks away from the Flame Chompers, but Grand Starfall into the spear, looks to stun down Yaoyao as well through the shields. It doesn't matter. Anyone's Legend, rolling them just like in Game 1. And Shanks, in a 1v1 against Karis, almost gets taken out. Unfortunately for Karis, cannot finish the job. Shanks managing to survive and not give over a death. But I remember in some of our game discussions and story meetings talking about, like, man, Monkey has to play on this team again. This sucks for him. And it turns out that Karis just had one of the best splits of his career so far, but he has to perform miracles because now they're in a fight that could be determining of the Game 2 victor. Teleport from Cube on the Gwen, tries to frontline for the team. That Veil's going down. Karis pops Between Worlds, looks for Hope, doesn't find the assassination, forced to flash away, and here come the Dinks resets. Hope is on his train to reset City. Shanks is gonna force away Cube out of the fight, takes him down with the charm, and a snipe of the zap from Hope over the wall, finds Yaoyao. Time to wrap it up, boys. We're getting ready for Game 3 already.
And back at live is not too pretty either.
About forced to flash away with the Grand Starfall. Tarzan flash spear into the stun. Good night About. And Yaoyao is going to be the next on the chopping block. Forced to flash away. Does manage to survive now, but Shanks blocks him down with the charm. If Flandre can slow him with the Mocking Shout, and Tarzan once more. He's got the Rift Herald. Just going to take it for a quick smash into the turret. Get some extra gold into their pockets. And just like that, Gebetto, we have an 8,000 gold lead before 20 minutes.
And that didn't exactly happen. But in this game, this is a counter pick, right? And okay, yeah, Gwen takes one item to come online as, there's an ult in mid.
Goodness me! You see how much damage that
they didn't even need Tarzan.
Quite easily execute from WE to just get around it.
I think we're after... I'm going to put myself in WE's shoes, right? Again, Group Ascent, this is a learning experience. You know, you have to lose these games. You have to lose games like this to improve. I'm not exactly sure what lessons we are learning from this series specifically, but there are lessons being learned. I'm sure of it. I can feel it, right? I can feel the knowledge going into my brain. Again, I'm not exactly sure what knowledge. Maybe Band Pantheon is the knowledge. He's here.
The other knowledge is that Flandre is absolutely smurfing on Cube right now. Flash for the decimating smash does snag Cube, but no proper follow-up from anyone's legend can really get any more targets off of the engage attempt from Flandre. Karis is forced to retreat back in mid, and the rest of the Pandas are going to push in through the bottom side of the map, quickly doing away with this turret, undermining it, and they're going to fell this inhibitor next. Top lane still has structures in the path, but anyone's legend are going to try to end the game and go to game 3 off of this push. Charm connects on to Monki. Not tanky enough, but is barely able to retreat back to the fountain to heal back to top. But anyone's legend don't care about any of the players from WE in their path. They're looking to take down the Nexus turrets. Cube is the first one to fall, and the resets are starting to pour in for hope on this Jinx. The Nexus is exposed. They're going for the kills. They're just adding salt to the wound, and anyone's legend are going to game 3 up 2-0. Let's just try and go for some blitzcrank shenanigans and roam all around the map. Dude, just break open and play some stuff and throw a curveball at anyone's legend. You can't play standard against them. This Sehen,
and no one has died. That's a first for this series so far.
A CS lead too, man. I mean, this is quite the start. Cube going for the solo kill, 1v1,
no. Oh! Kind of trying to be a little ambiguous with how I was saying it, and then you just said Cube has a CS lead, and then he just dies. He dives on the tower, and is he dead again?
And Flandre hits level 6. Cube has no flash, no way out, no hose, no bros, just a one-way trip back to the fountain. Flandre is gonna sit him down and show him who's the father in this top lane.
Turn it off. Right?
All things considered, I know that dying back-to-back twice, first on your decision to commit to the dive and getting outplayed, and then Flandre TPing back and outplaying it. Hang on, Shanks might be in trouble. Tarzan, fall breaker over the wall, and it means that Karis is now in a world of trouble. Pops the encore that he stole from the Seraphine. Unfortunately, just not enough to finish off Shanks. And now yaoyao forced to flash away and is completely in a world of trouble. He's in enemy territory, and that Ash Arrow will signal the death of him. The fight continues as Monkey's gonna get knocked up. Cease and desist into the unraveled Earth Seismic Shove combo. Monkey managing to pop Tarzan before he goes down. Monkey trying to survive the flash auto attack from Kael. Ensures that Monkey's death will be the high note for Kael Seraphine.
The worst game we've seen so far in terms of how the gold has looked at 10 minutes.
Okay, yaoyao. Hit this hook. Hit him. Okay, encore slows him down. Blitzcrank hook goes wide. All right. Oh, but the W hook from Monkey connects on the Hope. Has no flash, tries to flash away to the right side, pops the barrier, ends up going down. And Monkey's sheer force of will at least guarantee WE get a second kill this game.
Yeah, but loses both summoner spells, so there is a possibility for something to be done back in the bot lane again.
Oh,
Karis?
one more auto attack. Oh, Shanks with the style points. Q flash to guarantee the kill.
Normally, what you go like, oh man, this is an amazing Silas angle. It's not an Alistair ult or a Nara ult. And Tarzan is in this brush. He's blocking this gank really well.
Asher onto a bout, pops the cleanse, and Tarzan springs the trap onto an unknowing Monkey who tries to go into Grim Deliverance, still surviving for now, but Tarzan has already eliminated yaoyao. Shanks has arrived to the party and will punish Karis, trying to double down on this play. Monkey forced to retreat. The Vault Breaker clips a bout in the face, and it's a 10-2 kill lead for anyone's legend. It was devastating enough. Imagine getting blasted by Infernal Soul procs. Karis trying to look for the collapse onto Kael. There's no encore as he steals and hijacks one of his own. Flash, encore, what the hell? Flandre comes in from Fog of War, public execution, takes out Karis, and completely turns the tides of the battle. WE don't get a single kill. away with the series on this one. This is the way to do it. It cannot be anything less than a complete stomp to give LPL the most confidence going into those international tournament scenarios. Dive into the top turret, Vault Breaker, Encore, Unraveled Earth, Seismic Shove, the full combo, and the House Kitchen Sink thrown into the mix as well. Tarzan doesn't even go down. It's just a pristine, clean dive from the Pandas. And now we got a flank scenario coming into the mid lane. Flandre in a 1v2, and he likes these odds so far. He's got backup coming in with the Weaver's Wall. Shanks ready to fly on in and hunt about down. The flash for the Q, throws another rock. Grim Deliverance gets punted back by a quick seismic shove from Shanks. And Monkey's passive will only delay the inevitable, but at least buy some time for Monkey to survive for now. Relying on yaoyao and a cube to be the front line for him as Flandre tries to continue to dance forward, playing on the edge and using the shields from the Eclipse and the W to keep himself alive. WE don't lose out on their jungler, but the devastation is already made happen.
The best of 5 in the LPL ever is crazy, but AL just look leagues above.
Oh, Shanks, some difficulty trying to take down Cube, who is a little bit beefier, going with the Grasp of the Undying rune setup, but still will end up going down to Tarzan's Vi as he takes his time, gets 360 gold for his troubles. We got a mid lane fight. Encore quickly demolishing yaoyao. Grim Deliverance right on top of Hope. Is he taking any damage? Finally, Karis gets into the fray and gets a big shutdown bounty for himself. Needs to escape the grasp of Flandre. And because there's no public execution available anymore, there's no way to lock down Karis. So some consolation prizes being awarded over to WE in getting some gold back for themselves, but it is still a 9,000 gold deficit that they have to overcome.
Yeah, I think that WE, like, the game plan here is just denying the record. So going for Hope there is actually really big because he needs to be there to push the towers down as the ADC. So maybe denying the record here with just that kill alone.
Weaver's Wall cuts off any retreat path for yaoyao, gets flicked right back into Flandre's waiting arms. Cube is teleported in and says, oh god, I don't want to be here anymore. Tries to run away. Shanks, does he have another seismic shove in time to punt him back? Not going to find it. About able to arcane shift away from any danger from the Pandas as they are taking up position up in this blue quadrant jungle, continuing to just stranglehold all the resources, all the gold from WE, and it's just clinical gameplay from what many consider to be the best team in the LPL. 2
minutes remaining until the record has really...
Arrow,
I mean, they could just go for it here.
And the Rift Herald knockup. Vi is going road rage driving on this Herald. Tarzan just adding insult to injury. And all Monkey can do is say, guys, don't worry, I'm getting a Grom.
Are they going for it? Are they going to try to end? This would break the record. They still have a minute and a half.
A minute and 50 seconds. A minute and 50 seconds. Anyone's legend. Someone told them the script. They're trying to make it happen. They want to make history happen right here, right now. Yaoyao pulls them in, but Flandre's there to back him up with the public execution, diving under a Nexus turret. Maybe it was a little too bold and ambitious for anyone's legend to pull off. They retreat. They lost Kael. The record will not be broken today.
Bin, Angel, and On, I think, are the only 3 players remaining in the LPL that are still on that Suning roster that got the record. Maybe they're watching this and going, thank God.
Oh, nice hook from yaoyao. Shanks forced to flash away, but the response is that much greater. Yaoyao goes down for his attempt, and Monkey forced to back off from Flandre's Mbessa, who is just running the rift. Level 15 on this Mbessa. 3 levels above pretty much everyone on the side of WE, and the public execution sends him into the back line, flashing on top of about. The cleanse won't do jack squat for you, buddy. You're still getting sliced by Dami Mommy herself, and here comes the Vault Breaker into the cease and desist, pulls in yaoyao as well. Shanks goes a little too deep, but the Nexus turrets are destroyed. Monkey, with one last Hail Mary attempt, will go down swinging, but nothing rewarded. The true king of the jungle runs this rift, and his name is Tarzan, the MVP of the regular season. Anyone's legend with a clean 3-0 sweep over WE.